TGI Fridays, peoples. Salute to everybody. Yeah, let me get everybody involved. Everybody tapping in. Just give me a minute. I'll be right with y'all. TGI Friday, man. That's all I'm saying. Another big show. Sportsbook Jeff, MG in the building. Let me tap all these people in so a lot of people can get to watch the show. You know, get everybody involved, man. That's what it's all about, man. Team play. Yes, sir. Jeffrey Gersten in the building, baby. What's going on? We got Douglas Bender in the building, baby. I see you, Doug. I see you. Yes, sir. Big show today, guys. Letting everybody tap in, give all my shout outs. And then we're going to start the show, man. Let me give y'all an update. We got the Padres-Philly game. Tie 1-1. They going to the top of the fifth inning. 1-1 tie in the game right there, baby. Philly in the house. I see you, baby. Hold on. Let me make some adjustments here. Let me pick this up a little bit. Make sure everything right. Let me give my shout outs. Then we're going to start the show, man. Just letting people tap in. Okay. While I'm waiting for people to tap in, don't forget tomorrow, I'm going to send notifications out at noon. I'm having an interview with Price Tag Entertainment, my boy Plu, and my boy Royalty. So as of right now, we are go. I'm still waiting for them to make sure they're going to show up. But don't forget to tune into the interview tomorrow. Price Tag Entertainment, man. You got Joe Jeff. I told you my team wasn't going to win. Yeah, but like I was saying, guys, let me let everybody fill up. Then we're going to start the show. But don't forget, Price Tag Entertainment tomorrow. I'm doing an interview with them. You don't want to miss it. We're going to give you all the breakdown and the future event that's coming up at a college football field at halftime. I almost can't wait, man. Okay, Douglas, don't worry about it. That's why we got YouTube. You can always watch the replay. There's no excuses for missing the replay. You already know. Let's start the show, guys. TGI Friday. Al York Sports, the raw truth. Before the building, I see you, baby. You see I got the camo on, baby. Yes, sir. Big show today, baby. Let me let this rock a little bit, baby. It's the 1999 beat that y'all don't know about. Because I barely knew about this shit. Steve Levine in the building. What's up, baby? Steve Levine. 1-1 tie, bottom of the fourth inning, 2 outs in the Philly game. Should be a good one throughout the duration of that game. You know I want the Padres to come out, though. And like I said, guys, don't forget Price Tag Entertainment interview tomorrow. I can't stress it enough on how important that is. All right, let's start with the show. Let me take the shades off. Salute to everybody. If I ain't shout you out, salute. Go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe, put your comment in, hit the notification bell. Continue to do the good work, people. Much appreciated. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. Shout out also, like I said, Price Tag Entertainment. Big interview tomorrow. Like I said, in the future, they got something really nice lined up where they're going to be at halftime in a college football game. They're going to break it down to y'all. Just make sure you guys tap in. Shout out to Syndicate Radio, Dino. Shout out to Dwayne Beeman, my man Dwayne Beeman. And Mac Warner, with the instrumentals. You need advertisement, hit me up and I'll hook you up. Hit me up and I'll hook you up. And open sessions and giveaways. And I cannot stress enough of how much I need y'all to just tap the man next to you and let him know what's going on with open sessions and giveaways. Okay, let's get into the NBA real quick. Sad news. Ex-referee Tony Brown, who worked the 2020 NBA Finals, dies at 55 years young. Referee for 2 decades in the NBA. He died on Thursday. His family has announced he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Stage 4 cancer. So rest in peace to Tony Brown. Let's go to other news real quick. Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa is preparing as the Dolphins starter this Sunday as Miami play the Pittsburgh Steelers, making his first return since he left the field. Basically, protocol concussion. He caught another concussion. They gave him 2 weeks off to try to get his head right. Suge Knight in the building. I see you, baby. And, hopefully he's ready to go. And if he gets any injury that's similar, or even they think it's a concussion, get him out the fucking game, man. Real talk. Other news. Carolina Panthers traded wide receiver Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers for a 3rd round and a 4th round 2023 picks. Also, a 5th round 2023 and in 2024, another 5th round. The guy's injury prone. Let's keep it 100. But the guy's very talented, coming out of Stafford. McCaffrey, his father, Ed McCaffrey. They got good football blood. The guy can ball out. You put him in that offense with Shanahan and the 49ers, things are going to happen. All those moving parts, Ayak, you got Debo, you got Kittles, you got Mitchell coming back, and then you throw in McCaffrey, who's a dual back. Good luck trying to stop the 49ers. That's all I got to say. Barring injury, if the kid can stay injury-free, he's worth all these picks. If he's not, then he's going to be a bust to all these picks. But we're going to pick up more on that, me and Jeff. Other news. Arizona Cardinals trading for wide receiver Robbie Anderson, who was in Carolina and with the Jets for 7 years. Split time over there. Kept arguing with his head coach. The coaches on the sideline was very unhappy. Wanted out. Got lucky. Hollywood Brown went down for a month with Arizona. That enabled them to go get Robbie Anderson, who's a speedy receiver. So that's a great pickup for Arizona. But if I'm Arizona, I get all the coaches, and I get him, and I sit his ass down, and I let him know, dog, you come out your face like you did to Wilson, you the fuck out of here. That shit worked over there. You bring that attitude shit over here, you the fuck out of here. ASAP. Anything you do. You got to let him know, because then he going to think he could cry his way out of every situation. Because that's exactly what he did. Other news. Like I just mentioned, Marquise Brown's out. He looked like he was out for the season. But thank God he's only out for 4 weeks. So the Zona Cardinals are stacked at wide receiver. I'm thinking they're going to let Green go, the veteran Green. He's not really doing anything. He's just on the sideline. And he's constantly hurt. So once Brown get back in about 3-4 weeks, I think Green is gone. Other news. DeAndre Hopkins is back. That's the main reason why Green's going to have to go. Hopkins was top 3 receiver before getting his suspension. So you seen yesterday he had 10 touches for 103 yards. The kid just got back. Already cracked the century with 10 catches. That's how nice D-Hop is. D-Hop is nice. You add Robbie Anderson, you add Marquise Brown, you add whoever else they got with the tight end Ertz. Now you got an amazing offense in Arizona if Kyler Murray could get him to rock. Other news. My Dallas Cowboys finally made their decision. Cooper Rush, quarterback, great for 4 games. We couldn't ask for more. Went 4-1. Last game, 1 touchdown, got his only pick, which was 3. Came up small in the first half, but second half was decent. Bring him back, but it was mostly because of the running game and mixing it up. It wasn't because he was flinging it. Now I could agree where you bring in Dak. Now I could agree. But I wanted to ride until the wheels came off, and the wheels definitely came off. So now Dak is back at the helm. Let's go Cowboys. Other news. Jeffrey Gerson, get ready to come in. I will be calling your number. Houston Astros up 2-0 on my Yankees. Won 4-2 the first game, 3-2 the second game. We had 17 strikeouts in the first game. We struck out. Then we struck out 13 times the second game. 30 strikeouts in 2 games. I've been told y'all a while ago we had holes in our back. And you will see it in the playoffs when you're facing the better pitchers. That's when you get exposed. We're not manufacturing no runs. At all. At all. If you're going to beat the Houston Astros, you're going to have to beat them at their game, low scoring, no mistakes, and get the lead. They play the best 3-2, 2-1, 1-zip baseball in baseball. They can also score runs on you too if your pitch is suspect. But fortunately, Talion pitched his ass off game 1, and Severino, beside that one pitch to Bregman, pitched a hell of a game 2. So I'm not knocking our starting pitchers. We just not hitting. We down 2-zip on 2 close games. Like I said the Astros are too much for us. I hope we win game 3. Try to get game 4 time to see, just to at least compete. I want to compete. I don't want to get swept, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen. From my understanding, Houston just changed their third game pitcher to Christian Javier. So whatever starter was supposed to start, Javier's getting the rock tomorrow against Garrett Cole. Let's go Bombers, man. We're not dead yet. I don't like us in the series, but I'm not going to quit either. Other news. Baltimore Ravens running back KG Dobbins to have his knee scoped. He's going to be out 4 weeks. Drake got to take over. Lamar got to do what he got to do. They got to keep moving forward, the Baltimore Ravens. Jeff, where you at? Let's get the party started, baby. Give me a minute, guys. I just got bad news. I just got hit up. One of my guys ain't going to be able to show up today, but it's okay. That's why we got Jeff. Jeff, he could talk forever. Let me get these on, make sure I can hear him. Jeff, what's going on?
What's happening?
I got good news and bad news. What you want to hear first?
Oh, good news is haircut. That's some good news.
Hold on, let me bring it up and down because I see a frozen picture. Give me a minute. You know, yeah, you seen frozen, Jeff. Now, the people's tuning in. Is Jeff frozen or is just me seeing it that way? Let me know, guys. Hold on, let me try to get in and out. Jeff. Jeff. You want to try to come back in?
Well, is my frozen to you?
Yeah, let me X you out. Yeah, X yourself out, Jeff, and come back in. Let's work quick because the people's are waiting, man. Yeah, come back in. Let's see what we can do. It's frozen stick right there, bro. Everybody tuning in, we appreciate you. Continue to just stay on. We got a lot of news for you guys. Hold up, I'm trying to see if I can get Jeff with some movement. What's up, baby?
What's happening?
See, you just froze again. You moved and you froze. Anybody watching the show, is Jeff frozen or not? I need your cooperation right now.
I'm moving.
No, if they could tell me they see you moving, then I'm gonna go with it. Sandra, do you see my boy moving? Guys, whoever's tuning in, let me know if you can see Jeff moving around. Because I got him frozen stiff right now. He kind of looked like the guy in the Goodfella movie that they found in the ice truck. Okay, he's moving. Okay, I don't see him moving, but that's good enough. That means in the actual video, he'll be moving. So, Jeff, let's start real quick. Let's go right into Thursday night's football game. Your Arizona Cardinals defeated the New Orleans Saints 42-34. What did you take out that game yesterday, Jeff?
Well, there's a couple of things. I mean, obviously, we saw how important Hopkins means to Kyler Murray. You know, they look like a totally different team offensively. Obviously, forced the defense to adjust to Hopkins, open some other things up like the running game. Benjamin had 92 yards, I believe, on 16 carries. So
Yes,
it
sir.
opened up a lot of things to have Hopkins back in lineup for one. I think number two, another thing I took away was after it was 14-6, Cardinals had the ball on the 2-yard line. Kingsbury called a timeout. And as Kyler goes off the field, you hear him yelling at Kingsbury. And
Yeah, what was that about?
Well, I think that's very interesting. He's trying to play it off like, hey, I've got this under control. But I actually think a little bit of frustration from the off seasons I see through there because Kime got an extension, Kingsbury got an extension, and then they were playing around with Kyler's extension. And I think that's Kyler's way of saying, hey, you know what? I'm watching video. I'm doing my job. What are you doing? These bullshit plays? It's about time you bring some more plays to the playbook.
Yeah, open up that playbook. Do something, dog, because it's bad enough that you're taking points off the board, like we experienced watching that game the other day where he did not kick any of those field goals that came to haunt them late in the game. And then now you ain't coming up with plays on time. So what's up with that, Jeff? Talk to us.
I think that's what Kyler was saying is, hey, do your job. You're not doing your job. But you want to put it in mind, come watch some video instead of play video games. In my contract.
Let's just say they were lucky that they faced the New Orleans Saints with Big Red. Big Red had 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, but the interceptions were huge because they was in the main part of the game. Then he got some dirty touchdowns late that didn't mean anything. So you guys got real lucky that you was able to face the New Orleans Saints and a bad quarterback because that defensive yards looked atrocious. That couldn't stop the run. The cornerbacks look that they improving, Jeff. You get Baker's back there. I know that he plays safety, but a lot of times he could play the corner. You had another guy, if I'm correct, I think was Wilson. But you need to get healthy there because if y'all can't stop the run, you got to at least stop the pass, bro. And Dalton threw for 361, 4 touchdowns, but y'all did get 3 picks. So at least I got to give y'all credit for that.
The yards don't bother me because they're all in junk time. You're down 3 scores. You're playing a prevent defense, soft. You're gonna pick up yards. So to me, I'd rather see that than putting Kamara going for 150.
Okay, let's jump subjects real quick. I don't like the overkill. Big trade in the NFL yesterday. Christian McCaffrey of the Carolina Panthers headed to the San Francisco 49ers. Big package there they sent, Jeff, for a guy that's injury prone. My man Noah Parker said it was a very bad trade. I disagree with him. I know where he's getting it, where he's getting with it. He said he gets hurt coming off the plane. The guy's injury prone. Let me give you facts of the trade. It's a 2023 third round, 2023 fourth round, 2023 fifth round, and a 2024 fifth round. That and in the NFL, third, fourth, and fifth round, there's a lot of diamonds in there, unlike in basketball and in baseball. NFL, there's diamonds all the way through 6th round. I mean, Tom Brady was the 7th round pick. Then I need to say more. So I want your take on this huge trade yesterday, and then I got a question after you answer this.
Well, I mean, for the 49ers perspective, I mean, to me, is this a needed player? I mean, Wilson's been doing quite well for the running back position. I know they have the other kid, hurt.
Mitchell's coming back.
So, I mean, is this a luxury? Are they going to be able to get full usage out of what he brings to the table? I mean, you got too many players to get the ball around with Kittle and Debo, now him, Elijah Mitchell. There's a lot of players that are going to say, give me the damn ball. So, I mean, it makes me wonder, what his purpose really is. I think they gave up too much. I would rather seen the 49ers take those 4 draft picks and actually stacked up somebody else in the secondary, another cornerback. I think that's more needed than the running back position. But I give credit. They went for it. They're saying, hey, we're in this thing. We're going to try to win it while we got Jimmy G this year and see what happens. Now, from the Carolina,
Yeah, I would disagree. Yeah, go ahead.
From the Carolina perspective, I mean, everybody should be for sale. They need to break the whole thing down and start over. They're going to be under salary cap hell next year because they're going to lose that 18+ million. You know, they're still going to be on the books next year for McCaffrey. The year after that, though, they have 143 million, I think, available in 2024. So really, that's going to be the big year for Carolina. But right now, they should probably get rid of Burns. They should probably get rid of DJ Moore. Any tackle or alignment, because I'll tell you what, right now, the missing piece for a lot of these teams right now is bad offensive line play. And Carolina does have a couple good ones on the corners there. So, I mean, there's some things they can make some headway here. Pick up 2, 3, 4, first-round picks. Let the next coach come in and, as Coach Parcells just say, why let me do the cooking if I can't shop for the groceries? Let the next coach come in and shop.
Yeah, but Jay, hold on, because you got too ahead of yourself. You can't just tank like that. I know what you're trying to say. You're in week 6, Jeff. You got fans that pay for tickets. You just gonna trade all the fucking good guys and then not give the fans their money back? That's what you're telling me?
I'm saying
you can't just do that.
Fans gonna have
they already tanked by trading McCaffrey. You ask me, that was the first maneuver of a tank. But you know what? You got a lot of pieces for him. I think you take what you got now and you just play the best football you can play. Because you can't just trade all the good guys and say, fuck the fans. The fans will not trust you no more. You don't want to lose your fans.
Well, I mean, Carolina, they know they need a quarterback, okay? And the fans know. They're smart enough fans down there in Charlotte. They know what has to happen here. Tepper is the richest owner in the NFL. He came from Pittsburgh. He knows what has to happen. And if they're not going to go anywhere until they get a quarterback.
Well, they thought they did. They got fake money who's fake money, and Donald didn't pan out. So it's like no matter who they put over there, Bridgewater. Then they got the rookie Corral that's out for the season. It's like nobody works over there, Jeff.
Well, his poor coach.
The last quarterback that worked over there, if I recall, might have been Steve Berline. I know they had one after that, Cam Newton. I understand that, but even he bummed out late. But go ahead before we go to our next topic. I had something else, but you made me forget. Keep talking about, let's keep it McCaffrey. Oh, yeah, this is what I have to tell you. This is where you're wrong at. 49ers are the worst team in football in passing the ball to the running back. That's where he's going to help them immediately. Look up the numbers. They run the ball good, but they're not getting receptions out from the running back position.
Yeah, but
McCaffrey's going to fix that immediately.
Here's the reason why they don't. Because when you have a short passing game where most of your passes are 3 yards across the line of scrimmage or behind, because you're throwing the little bubble screens to Debo and everything like that, it takes out a screen game to the running back. Now, where it can come into play is if you're going to start running routes down the field, okay, and Jimmy's in trouble back and under pressure to have a dump off. But the reason why that they're the worst in the league at throwing to the running back is all the wide receivers are already behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're going to have to make change sooner than later. If you want this McCaffrey cat to pan out, you're going to have to play to his strengths. And he's also not going to be a 3-down back, Jeff. You know that. They got Wilson. They got Mitchell coming up. He's not going to be a 3-down back. And plus, you can't afford him to get injured again with all that shit you just shifted out. You shifted out a lot of pieces. Four picks that are, all of them could be, real good pickups if they shop right. So you're going to have to hold up. You're going to have to play McCaffrey to his strengths. And I think this is one of those pickups that right now they're going for it all right now, Jeff. They're going for it all right now. Yeah, real quick before we move on.
To go for it all.
I think they are. I think if they get healthy, I think they are.
See, I don't.
I know they are. Put it like that. Because that team that almost went there last year, I think they better this year. So
I put
they could beat anybody on any given night. If their defense is healthy, it's a big if, though. It's a big if. With that offense, with Shanahan, and you add McCaffrey on that fucking offense, watch out. That's all I got to say. And there's nobody impressive in the NFC beside the fucking Eagles, and I don't think the Eagles can fuck with them right now. That's my opinion.
I'll tell you what I say, Al. I'll tell you what I say. Chicago Bears, Atlanta Falcons. Two bottom feeders that kick their motherfucking ass.
It's all right. They went to sleep them games.
Come on, Atlanta, Chicago people. Give you a little love.
Listen, what they did to the champions, though, are you going to talk about that?
They're not going to championship.
No, what they did to the champions on Monday night.
The Rams, you mean?
Oh, now you don't understand my question.
I didn't hear you.
And this was before they went bad. So anyway, listen, we're going to leave it like that. I ain't got too much time to spend on this. You don't like him to go. I like him to go. We don't have to argue for 10 minutes. Watch out. I'm not a 49er fan, but I know they laid down in Atlanta. I get it. It rained on opening day. They had Chicago beat. All that rain fucked up whatever they had going. They lost. That's it. They lost. Trust me right now, bro. They're going to be on their A game. Watch this week against Kansas City. And you like them too. So you better not change your mind on that game. Okay, let's go to the next subject. Tom Brady, I really want to hear you about this because everybody I talk to got a different ending to the story. I don't think Tom Brady did anything wrong by his supporting a man that was like his second father and Robert Kraft, and a guy that really loved him in the organization like a real son. When Bill Belichick wanted to move on from Tom Brady and was really serious about having Jimmy G take over, Robert Kraft said, hell no. And he did it to the point where he traded Jimmy G to the Niners to make sure that Uncle Tom stood in New England. Point I'm trying to make is the man could die at any moment. He's getting married. He called Tom to support. What's the fucking issue if Tom told his coach, Bose, that he's going to support a man that's like his father for one night and everybody tearing him a new asshole? What the fuck that shit's about? Talk to me.
Well, Al, I don't think you're looking at it the right way. I mean, what's made Tom Brady successful over the years? Showing up at 6 o'clock, going through a tireless diet year-round, getting the extra work in, calling the extra practices, having the receivers.
I know that, but we're talking about the Kraft situation.
Let me finish.
We're talking about the Kraft.
All right. Now, here he is going over here to Kraft's wedding, which normally would be no big deal. But he missed a team meeting on Saturday, which ended up coming in. They lost to Pittsburgh on Sunday. He misses every Wednesday practice now. I mean, as planned. He took the time off of the preseason, okay? And the best example I can give, I guess, to kind of show you what I mean by this, is you remember the Redeemer team after the USA basketball team lost and got the bronze medal? They put together LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. They're down in Miami. And Kobe was on that team. And they practiced here in Las Vegas. And the funny thing is, the first night everybody's here, all the guys are going out to party in Las Vegas. Okay? They all come back in the hotel at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and there's Kobe Bryant with his gym shorts on, with the ball, going to work out. And everybody goes, where you been? He goes, I got to go get my work in. The next morning, 5:30 in the morning, guess who's with him now? LeBron and Wade. The next day, a few more come on. The point I'm trying to make by this is you lead by example. And when you're leading, saying, I don't have to show up on Wednesday, and when I can take a break from preseason ball, okay, getting ready, when I can go take a wedding and this is a team meeting, that's Geno Smith like back to the Jets, okay, when he said he didn't know how to take the difference in time between West Coast time and East Coast time, okay? Basically, the things that made him successful, he is no longer doing. Period.
I get that. Listen, I get that. That's a whole different topic. I get that. If you're telling me that Uncle Tom is not doing what has made him successful for years, I'm with you, Jeff. I'm talking about the wedding, though. You adding all this other shit. Listen, I get what you're saying, dog. I'm talking about supporting an old motherfucker who just married a young girl and wants Tom to be there to support him. What's wrong with that? And you're playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no reason to lose to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Probably some gold digger he met down in Jupiter, Florida, in the massage parlor. So, boy,
it don't matter. Tom's going to support him. The last thing Tom wants to do is not support that man, and then he dies a year later. That's going to be on Tom conscious. Tom went there, support him.
You can send flowers. You can send a video. But you know what? If you're committed to your team, okay, your team comes first. And you know what?
He should have been at that meeting. He should have been at that meeting.
And Belichick made that very clear over the years. Period. Team comes first. You're in season.
Okay, so what happens when the coach says it's okay then?
Well, I'm saying Tampa's saying it's okay.
So the coach don't get no burning for it.
Well, he is getting a
coach told him it was perfectly fine.
Old boy's showing again he can't handle a team. Couldn't handle it with the Jets. He's not doing a good job with Tampa. Showing the same lack of leadership, lack of direction. Let the inmates
let's move on. Let's not overkill. Great topic, Jeff. I knew you was going to take it there. That's why I kind of had to stop you. But even trying to stop you, I couldn't. You were still able to get over what you wanted. But, okay, we understand he's not doing what he's supposed to do. But I'm not knocking him for going for the wedding. But since everything else he's not meeting up like he used to, I get your point. Two teams I want to mention to you. Green Bay Packers, back to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Are they who they are, Jeff, or are they underachieving? Your take.
Well, I mean, let's start with Tampa. Tampa's had a lot of injuries, okay? But I'll tell you what, the thing that Tampa's missing the most, in my opinion, besides Tom Brady being Tom Brady, is Bruce Arians. I think Bruce Arians, throughout his history, from Pittsburgh to Indianapolis to Arizona and now in Tampa, Bruce Arians has been a leader of men.
Can't go Bruce. Can't go Bruce. I love him. Yeah.
And you know what? This is the first time that you got Tom Brady, really, to be honest with you, he's got nobody telling him what to do. Tom Brady is Tom Brady's coach. I mean, you think Byron is Leftwich just telling him anything? No. So Tom
Bowles ain't telling him shit too. One thing about Bruce Arians, though, he did get in Tom's ass, though. He did get in Tom's ass, and he's the one that was arguing with motherfucking with Brown, Antonio Brown. So Arians don't play that shit. Unfortunately, Todd Bowles ain't built like that. Todd Bowles comes from the school of Tony Dungy and company, where they're the nice guys. Arians don't play that shit, but gang.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Arians is big. When you put high egos into place, where that ego is not bigger than the team, you have success. Arians did a great job of keeping all the egos together, and every one of them knew you get out of line, you're gonna get the horns.
Facts.
So I think Tampa, they're probably going to be a playoff team. They're going to win a very weak division, okay? But I see one and done, maybe one win, that's it, come Tampa. Green Bay is a totally different story. I question Aaron Rodgers' desire to want to play football this year. I don't see the same passion. I see a very lethargic Aaron Rodgers. We can say he doesn't have the weapons or don't have the weapons, but you know what? Throughout the years, he's had young guys come and go, and they do with it. Now, losing Randall Cobb this past week, okay, it's probably going to be huge, okay? That's probably the last.
Cobb haven't been doing nothing, but yes, Tom likes him a lot, but he hasn't done shit. That'd be like one catch a game. But I know what you're saying. He helps out as far as a team player. Go ahead.
So the Randall Cobb loss is probably going to make things even worse because now you're going to see people stacking the box, okay, or coming hard after Rodgers, okay. I'll say this much. I think Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady both retire this offseason. That's how far along I think it is.
Let me ask you something. If you're the Green Bay Packers brass, do you at least try to go get OBJ, let's say for like a minimum, a league minimum? Because he's not going to want the money now. He knows he's got to come back and earn the bag again since he hurt himself. Would you risk on getting Odell Beckham Jr. at this point right now?
I don't think OBJ is going to be the solution to that problem. It might be worse. I mean, Green Bay is definitely not OBJ's kind of town. It's like taking Cleveland and making it 10 times worse. So, I mean, going to Green Bay is like watching paint dry.
Sure? Because Green Bay has taken receivers, Jeff. And the guys have made them a little better.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I can't remember right off the head, but there's a few guys. There's the tight end, Graham. There was a couple of receivers I remember going there, helping out, making the situation better.
Right.
So I thought OBJ played good with the Rams. I thought he was out of trouble. He played football. I think if he brings that kind of style to Green Bay, where he's going to have to. You don't want to play over there in Cheesehead Town and act like a diva. They don't play that shit in that ice cold weather over
OBJ,
there.
I'm going to tell you, Al, OBJ is going to the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I'm going to tell you. I think it happens in the next 7 days.
They already loaded over there, but okay.
That's where I think.
All right, so real quick. So both of these teams, I think you got them to make the playoffs. Is that correct?
I do not have Green Bay making the playoffs.
Okay, because I was going to tell you, are they one and out teams? And if they not, who goes second, third round out of these two teams right here, bro?
Tampa's going to win the division. I just don't know if they're going to win a game in the playoffs. Green Bay has put themselves in such a hole, and you got to look at their schedule and what they got left. They've got a trip to Buffalo, I believe, next week. They still got the Rams to come in there. They're not in a good shape at all.
Well, they got to win out. They got to win that last head-to-head against Minnesota. I still got them to win that division, believe it or not. As horrible as they played against the two New York football teams, I still got Green Bay. I just got faith in Aaron that they'll figure it out.
You can add to that the Commanders when the Commanders upset the Packers this weekend. That'll be 3 straight.
Okay, let's move on. Let me give you an update here. Top of the 6th inning, 3-2 fails. I don't know how that happened. I left 1-1. There we go. Padre just got a hit. First and third. Let's go tie this game right here. Let's tie the game right here. Real quick, Jeff. Let me give you another update. Boston Celtics up 96-84. 8 minutes left against the Miami Heat at Miami. NBA's back. Question I want to ask you, Sportsbook Jeff. Are the Golden State Warriors still the team to beat?
They're the team to beat, but I don't think it's crystal clear. I mean, when I look at it, the team down in L.A., and we're not talking about the Lakers, I think it could be their year.
I don't want to go there, but get it.
But I think Golden State, with the situation with Draymond Green, has put, I think, some stress. It may not show right now, but that punches some stress on that team. I think the fact they went and signed Wiggins and they signed Poole, they basically told Draymond, enjoy your last year. You're not going to be back.
I agree.
We're not going to re-sign you.
I agree. But he's going to have a bag waiting for him, Jeff. Either Detroit or Dallas going to give him the bag.
He'll go home to Detroit.
But I agree with you. I agree with you where he should have his last final tour with Dub Nation. This should be his final tour with Dub Nation. But now,
as you notice too, they just got Wiseman officially into the rotation, which is a huge deal. He'd never been officially in the rotation.
That's what I was about to ask you. Let me ask you something. let's say if Wiseman and Looney and Kuminga come up really short, Jeff, don't you got to think about letting Draymond just leave?
I think you let Draymond leave anyway because you've got to be able to balance the books. They're $400 million over.
Wow. Because, I mean, I think one of them are going to come up. I'm hoping that James Wiseman is the guy that really, that really gets it going. Kuminga would be a great bench player. You know what I'm saying? And Looney is what Looney is. He'll help you off the bench. You can spot start him. He'll get you 8 rebounds, 8 points. That's all he's worth. But Kuminga and Wiseman got the bigger windows. Hopefully one of them shows out this year. And I think it's going to be Wiseman.
When the Olympic team was here in Vegas, Al, I had a chance to go there and watch them play before they went on to
I remember you invited me to that. You invited me. Yes, I remember that.
And I got a chance up close. I was on the court watching Draymond. And I'll tell you what, he's definitely slowed down. I mean, if you're paying that man now, you're not paying for future. You're paying for what he's done. And you can't do that.
I call that the Pujols contract with the Cardinals. I got you.
Right. So I think Golden State's already made their decision.
Okay, but one thing I could say, there's a lot left in this tank. Not for $200 million, though. Not for $200 million, but I think Draymond, like if he went to the Mavericks or even to the Young Pistons, I could see him like really going all out for about 3 years. But you're right. I don't think he gets that bag, though. Not that bag that he wants.
No.
200, no. He's only going to average, let's say, 7 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. But he's got something, Jeff, that he brings to the court, an intangible that a lot of individuals don't seem to acknowledge, and that's that fear factor. Draymond is the heart and soul of Dub Nation, and we're not going to know until he leaves. I'm telling you. I know you're not buying it because you're looking at points, Curry, Clay. I get all that, Jeff. But he's the heart that gets them going. I'm telling you. And I know they're going to be afraid when they go because who's the one that's going to be going to the player that's lacking or the referee that's cheating them? Draymond's the one that handles that for them. He's not there no more, Jeff. Klay Thompson ain't doing that shit. Steph Curry ain't going to do that shit. Allen Wiggins ain't definitely going to do it. So that's what they're going to lose at. I'm telling you. It's like some Dennis Rodman shit. He's got that thing that Dennis Rodman, although Dennis Rodman will get you 20 rebounds. I get it. But they got that thing in them that it's not on paper, Jeff. It's something that they bring to the court and the game that gets their team up. It gets the other team worried. That intangible that don't pop up on paper. And they're going to lose that once Draymond Green leaves Dub Nation. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
any last words before
Here's
we move
what
on?
is tangible, though. How about the 30 points that the power forward and center is getting on Draymond? If you have somebody else in there, how many points does that save, Al?
You got to show me a lot of that shit that's happening. I don't see one game, and then you go by that. I mean, he is smaller than everybody. He's 6'6". He's not your average center.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he argues with the refs to get some calls made. But what about, like you said, the 30 points he's giving up down low?
They ain't giving up 30, but you move it to the forward. You get Wiseman to play. You can put him in his natural position. He ain't going to give up 30 points every night. But, yes, against a guy like Joel Embiid and the Greek Freak, yes, he's going to give up 30 every time out. He's too small to guard those guys.
That's my
too
point.
Small. But you don't have to. If you get James Wiseman in that lineup, you do not have to leave Draymond out there. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to overkill. So you said more or less they're the team to beat. I'm going to say they are because they're the champions. But I'm also going to say the Milwaukee Bucks are the team to beat also. You agree or you disagree?
In the East, yes. I think that if you look at the early start of the season, you got really slow starts for the Miami Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers. Very surprising. and you got a very slow start, not surprising, by the Lakers out west. So, I mean, if you look at what's going on there, yeah. I mean, but I think, like I said, the main competition is going to be in the finals is probably the Bucks, okay? And I think in the West, though, that they have to go through both Denver and the Clippers. They may not get through. Denver's got their guys back in Murray and Porter Jr., made some wise trades, good draft picks. And look at the Clippers. That's the deepest team in the league. They can beat
Jeff,
so
let's
many
not
ways.
open up another can of worms because I got to get the games to watch. I was hoping you made it short and simple, but I knew you wasn't. Real quick, just give me who's the team to beat in the East and the West, and then let's go to games to watch because we got like 5 minutes to get
Golden
this in.
State's the team to beat until they're beaten. And in the East, it is Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay,
Assuming
so
they're
we
healthy.
agree. We agree then, right?
We agree.
That's not really a lot of times on the show. Okay, let's flip it to games to watch. We're going to give out leans, Jeff. We'll give out leans on this. We're going college football. Jeff, each game I'll give you, let's just make it a minute. Let's just go by through it. Number one is 7 Ole Miss, which is 7-0, versus 5-2 LSU Tigers. The line is -2.5 LSU. Who and why, Jeff, real quick?
Well, I mean, one thing I'll tell you about Ole Miss, they're going for their first 8-0 start since 1962, which is the last year they won the national championship. So that gives you an idea of what kind of a game this is. Anybody who knows the Ole Miss LSU series, this is big brother, little brother. Little brother's normally been Ole Miss. I think LSU's turned the corner a little bit with Brian Kelly. And I think that's going to come down to who can stop the run in this game. And right now, the better defense is definitely LSU. So I like LSU to take out Ole Miss.
Okay, I agree with you. I don't know why the fuck they favorite. When I seen that line against an undefeated team that's ranked 7 to an unranked team, I already knew something smelled. I smelled a rat. I'm going LSU on this one. Second game, we got number 9, UCLA, undefeated at 6-0 versus number 10, Oregon, who's 5-1, got blown out by the Ohio State Buckeyes on opening day. The line is -6.5 for the Ducks. Talk to us.
Well, for those of you that like a defensive ball game, don't turn into this one. There's going to be a lot of points. Chip Kelly, been a legend up there. He's been the coach that I had to live up to. Lemmy knows it. But I do think that it's going to be a tight game. And I think that some way, somehow, Oregon probably wins the game. But I wouldn't be surprised if UCLA wins it outright. But we'll definitely cover.
It all depends on this game. Who wants it more? The ex-Oregon coach or the team he coached at home that don't want to get embarrassed by him? Great game. If I had to lean on this game, Jeff, this is crazy. I would definitely take UCLA with the points, but who's going to win the game? You know what? I'd say Chip Kelly and company win it. But I like the points. I like the +7. Okay, real quick, we're going to
turn the ball over here. That's a big deal.
Exactly. Let's go to game number 3. We're running out of time. Let's get these in. Number 20, Texas Longhorns at 5-2 versus number 11, Oklahoma State, who's 5-1. Who you love those Cowboys? I just want to know if you love them again this week.
I don't. I think the best quarterback in the country is this kid Ewers from Texas, and he finally came back. He can make all the throws. Wants to make an impression. Obviously, Arch Manning's going there next year. They got the best running back in the country in Robinson. Oklahoma State, I think, lost all the momentum, giving the big lead up, and then eventually losing in overtime with TCU last week. So, my opinion here, I like Texas to make a statement game out of Oklahoma State this week in my gun.
Oh, okay. I'm going to lean on the Longhorns, but not with the spread. I think Oklahoma covers the spread, but I think the Longhorns find a way to win. That's just my take on this game. Fourth game, we got to cut it thin. We got 2 minutes. Minnesota Gophers 4-2 versus number 16, Penn State 5-1. The line is Penn State -4.5. Talk to us, Jeff, real quick.
Well, that game opened up at 5.5. Minnesota's missing their quarterback, who's a senior in this game. But they have, in my opinion, probably the best running back in the Big Ten. And Abraham, I see a big full dose of him against Penn State, who I think is a pretender. As shown last week against Michigan. I like Minnesota to go pull the upset at Happy Valley.
Oh, wow, you calling a real upset. I say Penn State wins, no cover. They'll probably win by 4 less points, but I don't think they'll lose to the Gophers, especially without the Gophers having a starting QB. But it's going to be a real good game. You're right about that, Jeff. Last but not least, 17 Kansas State, who's 5-1, versus number 8 TCU Horned Frogs, who's 6-0. The line is TCU minus 3.5. This should be an exciting game, Jeff. Talk to us 1 minute real quick.
This is simple for me. Before the year started, I picked K-State to win the Big 12 Conference. They're going down to TCU now, and there's a big difference between both teams. Kansas State plays defense, and TCU doesn't. And that's going to be the answer in this game, is that K-State's going in there, winning this game gets a leg up. I like Kansas State on the road. I think the wrong team's favored to win a big ball game down in Dallas-Fort Worth.
I'm just going to say one word, Martinez. They're not stopping him. The guy's been super duper. Every time I watch him, he could scamper for 30, 40 yards. He could throw the rock. The guy could do it all. Big game for Kansas State. I love the 3.5. I'm not going to go as far as the upset and the outright win. I love them covering the 3.5. Jeff, good work as always. You covered the whole hour. MG could not make it. I had nothing to worry about because I know you keep your tank loaded all the time. Enjoy your night. We'll talk later. Hang up on me, brother.
And by the way, real quick, don't forget everybody's picks today, because I know you did that last week.
Yeah, I'm going to put it right now. I'm going to do it right now. If you hang up.
I tell you that Boiler up to around Madison, Wisconsin.
All right, brother. Have a good one. We'll talk tonight.
All right.
Okay. Sportsbook Jeff, guys. You know my man brings it. Yo, Daryl Anthony, much love. Don't think I didn't see you. That's why I went like this. Keith Fager, everything. Yo, we got 3 minutes so I can get these free picks. Get your pads and pens out, guys. Hurry up. First pick, we going Sportsbook Jeff. He likes SMU college football plus 3.5 versus Cincinnati plus 3.5. He likes UCLA. If it's 6.5, you buy it up to 7. Or if it's 7, leave it as is to cover versus the Oregon Ducks. We just spoke about that game. And last but not least, he's going to the NFL. He likes the Jacksonville Jaguars. If it's -3, guys, buy it to 2.5. If it's 2.5, leave it alone. Make the bet just like that. Those are Sportsbook Jeff's 3 picks. He likes SMU with the plus, UCLA with the plus, and Jacksonville with the minus. Those are his 3 picks. Let me give you my 3 picks. Chango in the building, baby. I see you. Tough game tomorrow at LA Chargers. I know they due for a cover. They haven't covered 3-4 straight games. But I just think this team right here is a cover machine, them and the Atlanta Falcons. And I think Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks could do enough to cover the +5. I'm not saying they're going to win. Just be right there in the game like Denver was, lose late on a field goal, or be up 3 and give up a backdoor touchdown. Long as you cover the +5, I'm happy with that. Seattle Seahawks +5. Second game I like, believe it or not, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like what I've seen out of them last week. Tua's just getting back. We don't know what to expect from Tua. He's probably scared. It's in his mind, concussion. I don't like the situation. Take the Steelers +7. I know Raymond Gates is going to appreciate this, and I also know Felix Jacino is going to appreciate this, and George Santana, all Pittsburgh fans. Last but not least, write this down, 2-team 6-point teaser. We bringing the Baltimore Ravens from 6.5 down to basically nothing. And in the second half of that, we're going to take the New England Patriots from 8 to 2. Now, if you get 7.5, 8.5, it's fine. Long as you keep it under 3. The Patriots should handle their business at home Monday night versus the Chicago Bears. This is it for the sports. Let's get the giveaway going. Let me put the song on, and let's rock, guys. Let's rock.
There, you can play. Just go to my inbox, $5 a slot. That's all it costs. And you win shit like this, $30, $35 items. All day, every day.
Let me close it up real quick. Damn, this hour went quick, man. The TVs be 2 hours, but they be an hour commercial. Don't get that twisted. My show is commercial free. Great show today. Unfortunately, I had 2 guys call out. One called out earlier. Then I had MG, who was going to come in for him, and he had to call out last minute. It's all right, man. That's why you got to be ready for whatever, man. And when you know your craft, you just got to ball out, regardless if Jeff don't show up. One time I lost all my paperwork, and I had motherfuckers call out, and I freestyled a whole show for you motherfuckers. Just a couple years ago. Would I like that again? No, that was hard work. But the bottom line is you gotta have guns blazing like in the hood. You just gotta be ready for whatever. You in a restaurant eating with wifey, nigga come and call you out. You gotta be ready to throw your shit up. Ain't nothing to talk about. Just do your job. That's it. And I don't mean to talk shit, but I'm just keeping it 100. Great show. Sportsbook Jeff, hold it down as always. We cover NBA. We cover Tom Brady. Games of the week. Dub Nation. I mean, we just kept covering Tampa Bay Bucks, Green Bay Packers. All on the video, man. You guys just tune in now. Make sure y'all see it. Doug the same Phillies all the way. I didn't look at the score. I'm hoping that the Padres tied it up. The way he put that, I got a feeling they're losing again. But great show. You know what I mean? We're going to keep delivering. Remember, tomorrow, Price Tag Entertainment. I'm gonna interview more or less. I think I'm gonna interview Royalty. You guys never met Royalty. Solid OG. I love the OG, man. He's gonna break down the whole price tag shit. Plu's gonna break some down, and they're gonna tell you their big event that's coming up that you want to tap into and how you can capture it. So make sure y'all tune in. I'm gonna send the notifications about noon. My time, that'll be 3 your time. And I'm hoping to get the show around 3, which is 6 your time in the East Coast. But you in the West Coast, 3 is 3. You know how that goes. Just thank you guys for another show. Salute to the winners. Keep Vega 11, 34 Sinbad. Thank you guys. Every Friday, you already know, open sessions and giveaways. Al Your Sports, the raw truth. Stay safe. Love you guys. And like I always say, no drinking and driving. It's the fucking law. Hold your heads, y'all.